Welcome into West Salem High School for maybe the game of the year here on ESPN La Crosse. It's the number 1 team in Division 4, West Salem, taking on the number 3 team in Division 4, Aquinas. Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream. Number 1 versus number 3. We'll get into it next on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live on YouTube.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both Steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a 4-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell, the Chris Wiggles team with RE/MAX in Onalaska would love to talk with you. Contact Chris with RE/MAX in Onalaska. The North Country Steak Buffet has hot steaks and burgers straight off the grill, pork chops, chickens, and a salad bar that's largest in La Crosse. North Country Steak Buffet. Aaron Moore, Scotty Grand, Jeff Ross with you once again for our game of the week. Number 1 in Division 4, West Salem, hosting number 3 in Division 4, Aquinas. And man, Scotty, I think he's a little gun shy. He was like, wow, we're going to my thoughts today. Well, yeah, Scotty, we want your thoughts on this matchup.
I keep telling you that the people that should hear my thoughts get paid to listen to me on a couch talk to them, okay? So, honestly,
well,
you know.
What are your thoughts? Top 3 matchup in Division 4.
Yeah, this is going to be outstanding tonight. I mean, both these teams, obviously, the big dynamic here tonight is which team loses. And, you know, because conference title's gone, seeding's going to be different. You'll probably host a first-round home game, but then after that you're on the road trying to maybe meet the other team again down the road in the same bracket possibly. You know, there's so many different variables here. And then, of course, you got Columbus looming at they're number 2. They're probably going to win tonight more than likely. Their matchup is really not as, let's say, difficult than these two teams playing each other tonight. And a lot of similarities. Both have quarterbacks that, you know, don't ask a lot of them, but they do well in the moment. And that's the thing that's interesting tonight. Which quarterback makes the least amount of mistakes? Because you got to think that both defenses are keying on the two different running backs in Baginski and Kyle White. And honestly, Kyle White has been really tame this year. You look at his numbers, and only 100 carries, not even 500 yards rushing, only 5 touchdowns. So you got to think that they're saving him. Obviously, he had 2 last week of the 5. So you got to think they're saving him for the stretch. I do think we're going to see a heavy dose of Kyle White tonight. Now, if you've never seen Kyle White run the ball, he's not going to wow you with speed, but he's a punishing runner, and he finishes very well. He's a guy that's going to make you think about this game about 3 days after you play him, because he's that kind of running back. Now, Baginski, on the other hand, a more athletic tailback that can kind of, slash and dash a little bit more, but he's been effective. He's had a really good year. It's a great matchup. And how good is West Salem's defense? We're going to find out tonight, because they've only allowed per average per game 7 points a game, which is unheard of in this stretch of the season right now. Unheard of.
Check out Ace of Holman's large selection of grills and lawnmowers. Stop in, pick one out, and they will deliver and assemble straight to your front door. Yeah, and get some Scotty birdseed.
They don't deliver the birdseed. I have to get it. But go ahead.
That's over at Ace of Holman, Holman Drive. We'll get to our Rural Mutual Insurance Coaches Show presented by the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holman in just a couple of minutes. And we'll talk with the West Salem head coach, Ryan Olson. That'll come up on our pregame coverage here on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kids Scoop into a $1 Kids Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business. They have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast. Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer, it's our waste, it's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Back here at West Salem High School for our game of the week. Number 1 in Division 4, West Salem hosting number 3 in Division 4, Aquinas. It's time for a Rural Mutual Insurance Coaches Show, brought to you by the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holmen. For home, auto, business, and life insurance, contact Kevin Carlson. West Salem head coach Ryan Olson had a chance to catch up with John Papadopoulos to talk about this big matchup.
You know, we were talking about your defense on our show before, and so far this year, your defense, you gave up 22 to Arcadia, and I think they scored a lot in the second half of kind of a blowout. But take that game out, your defense has given up 7 points, 6, 7, 6, 6, and 0 this past week. It's been one of the great defenses in the state of Wisconsin. How would you explain it? You got one heck of a defensive coordinator who's been there for a long, long, long time. But the culture of defense at West Salem has been around for a while, and this might be perhaps the best defense West Salem has ever had, which that's saying a lot if it is.
Yeah, you know, I got to give all the credit in the world to Bob Gorniak. Yep. You know, like you said, he's been around a long time. I think this is year 45 for him within the program, and the majority of those have been a defensive coordinator. And, you know, he does a great job, and, you know, our lead coaches at each level, you know, Ben Wolpick coaches the defensive backs. He was defensive coordinator at Logan for a long time. Mark Byam, and he coaches defensive ends and defensive line, and you know he was the head coach at Sparta for a long time. So we have a lot of experience, you know, at all 3 levels there, and they do a phenomenal job coaching our guys up. And you know, at the end of the day, our players got to perform and they got to play. And you know, we have some guys that are truly special on our defense that really lead us.
All right, let's talk about some of your players on defense. Miles Olson has been one of the best pass rushers in this area. Landon Micklig, Ryan, might be one of the best all-around defenders on this side of the state, 15 TFLs, and you might have about 6 guys, I would say, on that defense that would probably be the first or second or third best player on almost any defense in this area. So talk a little bit about some of these guys and how, not just how well they play, but how well they play off each other on this defense.
Yeah, you know, you said it right there with the first 2. You know, Miles Olson as a senior, I think he's, you know, towards the top in the state in sacks with 7.5. He's a big kid and strong kid, wrestler. You know, and to have him as a book D end on one side is huge. And then you add Landon Micklig as the other D end on the other side. You know, those 2, it's real tough to run at either one of them. You can't just choose, well, we're going to run at the left side D end all night, because both of them, I think, are all-state caliber kids. You know, but we also have some other guys that are kind of doing the unsung hero work, you know, guys like Nick Griffin, who's a first-year football player as a senior, and he is playing D tackle for us. He plays D end when we need him, and, you know, he's done a phenomenal job. And then Lucas Fry, who's, you know, when he stands next to Sawyer Brennigan on the inside at D tackle, and the 2 of them are in there, you know, Lucas is not a very big kid, but he's a wrestler. He wrestles like 160 pounds, and he is just quick as quick can be, and really wrecks some havoc in there. And then if you go to the next level, our linebackers, and, you know, everyone talks about Trevor Arns because, you know, rightfully so. He's a phenomenal linebacker for us and does a great job. But Brendan Steinmetz is another senior linebacker there that's, you know, done a great job at linebacker. And then we're real excited about Isaiah Lack, who's a sophomore. He actually leads our team in tackles and has done a really nice job for us. You know, and then in the back end you have guys like Jamison Stifton, Makibo Anderson, Jackson Williams, Luke Baginski, who have done a really nice job in our secondary all year, along with Mason Chambers.
More coming up from head coach of the West Salem Panthers, Ryan Olson, when we come back with our Rural Mutual Insurance Coaches Show, brought to you by the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holmen.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit OnalaskaRealty.com.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. 3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
Back here at West Salem, more of our Coaches Show, presented by the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holmen. Here's more from West Salem head coach Ryan Olson.
How are you handling this as far as the message to the guys at practice so far early this week with a lot of pageantry building up to this game? How are you handling it with the guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big game. It's a conference game. It's for a share of a conference title. And, you know, I would say that we've done a really good job all year saying that we just want to go 1-0 each week. And we've focused week to week, and about week 3 or 4, the people outside the program started talking about this matchup, and we've really just focused that each week matters, because if you don't focus on that week, the following week may not matter at all. So you just have to go 1-0 in that week, and it's been the same mentality. And going into this week, obviously it's a big game. We want to perform well and go out and win, but at the end of the day, it's a football game. We want to go 1-0, and that's really been our focus.
Well, this might go against the mantra that you just laid out, but you might play these guys again in the playoffs. This might be a huge deal Friday night, but win or lose, you might get these guys again in the playoffs, maybe for a shot to go to state.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance that we could see them again in the playoffs. Both of us being Division IV, it depends on how that cut line goes and where the cut line is, but I think there's a good chance that we could see each other again in playoffs. And so obviously this game is a big game for seeding and a conference title, but we just got to play it one game at a time. And if we look ahead too far, then we're not going to be focused for this week.
For those that don't know, you've used Trevor Arns in a way that very few high school coaches use any player. He's your starting guard, and he's good. He comes in as a running back often. He's got 9 rushing touchdowns, so you bring in another guard when he runs the ball. And, oh, by the way, he might be one of the better inside linebackers on this side of the state. How did this sort of evolve where, he's not just a classic running back linebacker, but really he's a starting guard first and then comes in and plays some running back, and, of course, he's playing linebacker. Where did this really evolve, and how did this come about?
Yeah, with Drew McConkey taking over at quarterback, it shifted Baginski to running back, and Trevor, stepped up and said he would play guard. But, we've had a package here in West Salem for a long time that we, put a bigger running back in, and they're our short yardage back. And so Trevor and I, over the summer, I kind of joked with him and said, don't worry, we'll still get you a couple touchdowns out of that package. And, week 1, he started at left guard and had 18 carries and 2 touchdowns and 88 yards and played majority of the night at left guard. And we've used them throughout the year. Against Luther, we opened up with that package, and, he had a couple carries right away. And It's just time and place. When we want to go big and be physical, we'll put him at running back and let him be that truly what he is. He's a downhill fullback. Back in the day, fullback is the position he would have played, and now we just kind of use him in different spots. And, like you said, he has 9 touchdowns this year, which is the same number of touchdowns he had last year playing running back full times, but he's done it in like 30 carries compared to 120 carries.
All right, what about Aquinas? I know you've dug through the film. They've got an emerging, really good quarterback in Jacob Thornton. They've had a good running game for a long time now that maybe hasn't quite been used as much. So let's start there, trying to stop an offense that I think, Ryan, this Aquinas offense has gotten better and better, beginning last year when they won the state championship. But in some respects, Thornton might be a better thrower now than he even was during the state championship run.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job in their system. He knows where he's going. He knows what his read is, and he gets rid of the ball quick. And he's done a really good job and has really led this offense for them. It's been a little bit different than they've been in the past. In the past they've been, if you take out a couple of years ago when they had Flopmeyer, last year they're a little bit more run heavy, and this year they've kind of gone back to a little bit more passing. But, Thornton's done a really good job back there, and he's a really good quarterback. But, you also can't forget about White, and Kyle White's a very good running back, first team all back last year I believe in the Coulee, and, he's a really good running back. And I think they've been smart and has limited his carries and not had to use them as much as they have maybe wanted to because of the games that they've been in and, the scores that they could save him a little bit. We're expecting for him to, run the ball and get the ball quite a bit as well. And, he's a very talented running back playing against.
Thanks to Ryan Olson, the head coach of the West Salem Panthers, for joining us on the Rural Mutual Insurance Coaches Show, presented by the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holmen. For home, auto, business, and life insurance, contact Kevin Carlson. It's our game of the week here at West Salem, maybe the game in the state this week. Number 1 in Division 4, West Salem, hosting number 3 in Division 4, Aquinas. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live on our YouTube channel.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holmen. Right now, a full line of both steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holmen, located on Holmen Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a four-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and on the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Union State Bank, 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream. It certainly is the game of the week, number 1 versus number 3 in Division 4, West Salem and Aquinas. We've been looking forward to this one all year long. Both teams say, 1 week at a time. We've been looking forward to this all year long.
Well, when we got the schedule this year, right away, you and I had texted back and forth and said, did you see that game that week? And I'm like, absolutely. And we kind of knew that this would be a barometer of things to come as the season kind of goes down and, ends, and we get into that October fun time of playoffs. And this game right here is going to be a nice little preview of what's to come for both of these squads, I think, as we go down the road.
West Salem's in the All Blacks with the orange lettering and numbering. Aquinas in the white tops with the gold helmets and pants. The gold lettering and numbering outlined by the navy blue. The winner of this one gets at least a share of the Coulee Conference title and a leg up in the playoff seedings, potentially, as this one is kicked away by West Salem right to left. It is caught at about the 22-yard line, returned from left to right outside the hashes, cutting back inside up to the 35. It's a good return for Aquinas' Kyle White.
Yeah, Kyle White, I would expect to see a lot of number 0 tonight, as he's kind of been, held. I guess you could say, have you ever seen Goonies? Remember Sloth kind of in the basement? He's kind of been held like Sloth down there, like in chains, kind of watching the show from time to time, getting a meal here and there, a Baby Ruth. Now he's going to unleash the beast, I think, here tonight.
They've been making sure that he stays healthy and certainly not overworking him early in the year.
I don't think Kyle White's going to like that I compared him to Sloth from the Goonies, but as a player, he's outstanding. One of the best backs you'll see in this area. Different style of runner.
Jacob Thornton throwing the ball a little more this year at quarterback for the Blue Goals. He sends a man in motion right to left, fakes the handoff. He'll throw deep down the left sideline. First play, he's got a man with steps. It's caught. Left sideline, 10-5. Touchdown! Aquinas scores on play number 1. A 65-yard bomb.
What a throw by Thornton. And Aquinas gets on the board early here, Aaron.
Declan Haas got open down the left sideline. He was a step or two past his defender, and he will get in, and Aquinas strikes 16 seconds into the ball game.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Thornton, too. You can't teach that. Touchdown, Blue Golds.
They're going to go for 2. They often do this. White steps up to the right side of Thornton, and we have a delay of game on Aquinas, I believe. Nope, it's on West Salem. 12 men on defense. So Aquinas will get a nice gift and get a 1.5 yards closer on their 2-point conversion. What a start to this one. Aquinas will go for 2, direct snap. Kyle White trying to muscle his way in, and he does. and Aquinas in front 8-0 in the blink of an eye. West Salem's going to need an answer when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
Well, back here at West Salem, everyone trying to catch their breath after a 65-yard bomb on play number 1. Perfectly thrown ball by Jacob Thornton.
Yeah, outstanding ball, and just a couple steps behind on the throw from Thornton, and a great touchdown for Aquinas to start this game off.
And West Salem just stunned on the sideline. Aquinas going crazy on the sideline. And it's basically like we're kicking off to begin the game here, except Aquinas has an 8-0 lead. Kick is away, end over end. It's a good one back to the 6-yard line. It is caught and returned along the right hash. I believe Luke Baginski on that far side breaks a couple of tackles and will get up to the 29-yard line or so.
See how West Salem responds after the quick shock attack here by the Blue Golds. Honestly, West Salem's offense pretty consistent all year, about 40 points a game on average.
Well, they haven't been punched like that this year.
Absolutely not, and that's the thing. You want to see how a young quarterback like Drew McConkey responds with this offense now.
Trips out left for West Salem to start. Lone receiver right. McConkey in the shotgun. Will hand it off to Baginski along the right side, and he'll get a couple of yards, maybe 3 yards, up to the 32-yard line and make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, good stop.
Talk a lot about West Salem's defense and how good they are, but Aquinas' defense pretty darn good itself.
They're pretty stout. They've only allowed on the season 11 points a game, so you look at it from that vantage point. Both these teams, it's bend, don't break. They don't give up a lot of big plays. Well, we just saw one, so we'll see if that trend continues for both these teams as this game goes on.
2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Baginski on the left hip of McConkey, man in motion. It will be a keeper for McConkey up the middle, breaks a tackle, jukes another defender, and then dives forward over another past midfield up into blue gold territory.
How about the response by the young quarterback there? A nice little quarterback keep, trap inside like you said. There is a flag on the play. It looks like it's against Aquinas.
Right near where the tackle was.
Face mask?
Yeah, face
Gotta
mask.
be.
So a huge play it ends up being for West Salem.
And if you're Aquinas, you don't want to give this offense those kind of opportunities. That's going to be something that Coach Lee says something on the sidelines, I'm sure, after we kind of finish up this drive, depending on where it goes. But you can't make those kind of mistakes against a team like West Salem, even if you're up.
Just going to go down as the 5-yard face mask. So ball at the 42-yard line of Aquinas for West Salem. Quickly into enemy territory. And they'll line up the same they did as the first play. Trips left, lone receiver right. And it'll go to Baginski up the middle. And he's breaking tackles.
Nice
and finally taken down at about the 35-yard line. So no problem early at this point for West Salem on offense, doing what they want. An 8-yard gain.
Yeah, good tackle by Brady Lee, but an even better run, I think, by Mr. Baginski as he kind of cut off the backside of the right guard, right tackle. West Salem's O-line has been quietly very solid all year. They're going to get tested tonight, but so far so good, like you said, Aaron.
Trips left again. This time Baginski on the left side of McConkey. He'll get the handoff. Now they're going to give it to him.
First down, Aquinas.
So a 3-yard gain for Baginski on 2nd down. Sets up 1st down for the Panthers, and they're going to speed option left. McConkey wisely keeps it.
McConkey on carry, tackled by Clark. Gain of 7, second out 3.
And it's a gain of 7 for McConkey on first down. We saw that a couple times last week and 2 weeks ago, that speed option, and it's working well for the Panthers.
Nice tackle. Good play that time.
Right in the backfield. Marcus Clark.
Yeah, I mean, he broke in. It's almost like a design blitz that time against that play. Clark just kind of bursted in, and no chance at all for Baginski.
So it stays at 3 yards to go, this time on third down.
Salem been pretty good on third downs this season.
Likely 4-down territory here. Just about 8 minutes to go in our first quarter. Handoff, Baginski, right side. Goodness. He is swung down. Maybe lost a yard that time. Maybe barely got back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, Clark and Kearney in on the tackle. Good penetration.
4th and 3.
Yeah, I mean, right off that right side again, it's almost like they saw something, you know, as they were studying this offensive line where they wanted to really attack it.
Head coach for the Aquinas Blue Golds, Tom Lee, also kind of their main guy on defense. He sets it all up. He's calling the play as we get ready for 4th down. 2 men in the backfield, Arntz and Baginski to the left and right. And McConkey's going to keep it himself. Now he's going to dump it into the flat. It's intercepted! They weren't going to get the first down anyways. The pass was short. It is a diving interception for Isaac Schelfout.
Yeah, Schelfout doing a great job of just being aware of watching the football. And again, you know, on that play, on the option that was obviously not an option, stayed at home, watched the quarterback, and made a good play on the football. And Aquinas gets the first turnover of this football game.
That's all Blue Golds early here. They'll take over at their 28-yard line after the interception on 4th down by Schelfout.
I think Aquinas is a little upset with a lot of the media notoriety what Salem's been getting the last few weeks. They're playing like it.
And motion in the backfield, and they're going to have a false start on the Blue Golds.
False start against the Blue Golds.
Yeah, we've talked about it for weeks now. You got to be set before the ball snapped and can't have any linear motion.
Good student sections both ways. There's not many seats available here at West Salem High School. A lot of people sitting up on the hill up near the school to our left. They bring their lawn chairs and sit up there and watch. 1st and 15 for the Blue Gold. It's going to be a keeper along the left side for Trey Barr, and he will get maybe a yard.
Yeah, good play by Jackson Williams. Good close on that.
On the carry. Tackled by Chambers.
It was Waylon Hargrove on the carry, number 19, not number 9.
Yeah, Hargrove had a game last week. What do you have, 2 touchdowns on 2 catches? Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
So many weapons for the Blue Golds.
2nd and 14. Coming up on halfway through this first quarter, Aquinas leads 8-0. They scored on the first play of the game. It's going to be a throw by Thornton. He's going deep again, that left sideline. He's got a step, but he threw it too far out of bounds and maybe a step too far for Hargrove to go and get it incomplete.
Yeah, and you know we've kind of seen that Thornton has an arm, and he showed it off early in this game. And
we saw him warming up pregame. He was throwing the ball 50 yards on 1 foot on the run.
He has a 133 rating on the year, which is really, really awesome. 16 touchdown passes on the year, 61% completion percentage. So.
Part of the reason why Kyle White hasn't got as much action, or why they are able to not use him as early and often as they want.
And I honestly feel that he may be better than the last quarterback that they had, honestly, with potential. He's got a great arm. He can run a little bit. He's a good athlete. He's not a pocket guy. He doesn't have a lot of rushing yards, but he's got some quickness to him.
He's got running backs to his left and right. White and Hargrove. He's going to throw again. He's going deep out to the right side.
Good
it is
coverage.
over the head and incomplete. Coverage on the play, as you mentioned, Ethan Cruzan, as it was intended for Barr. There is a flag back near where Thornton let the ball go.
You wouldn't think it'd be rough on the passer, would you?
That or holding. It's going to be holding on the Blue Golds, and they're going to decline it. So it'll set up 4th and 13. And
a good stop for this was Salem defense.
Yeah, I believe Aquinas is going to punt, but you never know.
4th down, 13.
So after a good first possession, the Blue Golds go backwards.
Back to punt, team for the Panthers, Stegman.
On a 3-and-out. And the punt is away. A good spiraling kick. It's caught at the 36-yard line by Baginski. He's got some room to make a return. Gives a stiff arm. Gets up to the midfield marker and then is tackled across midfield. That's where West Salem will start their next possession. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business. They have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Luke Baginski, and he will cross the 45, get hit hard down at the 43, but it's a 6-yard gain for West Salem on their first play of the drive.
Yeah, and a good start to the drive. You know, you want to get something rolling. Big stop by your defense, get the momentum going here.
They started at the 49 of Aquinas, so starting in plus territory after the good return.
I wouldn't be surprised if they challenge with Pontius here at some point.
He's down on the near side and the 2 wide receiver split. They're looking over that way. Double move. They're going to Pontius, and McConkey way overthrew him, about 7 yards overthrown.
Double covered bracket.
Yep. Brady Lee was on the back end, and he was helping out. Incomplete.
Well, I'm sure they watched last week, you know, and Pontius is a weapon, and he's probably about, 6'5", I think, is generous. I want to say he's 6'6". You know, he's a big kid, runs good routes. That time, very, very good design defense against him. It was good double move, just better coverage.
Better play call with that double coverage. The man over the top. Here's a snap, a handoff. Baginski working the left side, breaking tackles, and gets up right to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a yard shy of the first down marker.
Aquinas' linebackers are doing a really good job of identifying the ball carrier here early. And we knew this was going to be a defensive battle to some degree, but Aquinas tonight, so far has shown that they're up to the task of, battling this really good offensive line for the Panthers.
4th and 1. 4th and exactly 1 yard to get. For West Salem, they're going to go for it. 1 receiver left, 3 right. With Baginski on the left hip of McConkey in the shotgun, they will give it to Baginski. He will easily pick up the first down, and he's going to break tackles inside the 30, still pushing the pile up to the 25. He got an extra 10 yards on the carry after the initial hit.
Got a great run by Baginski. We'll see what we can get on the replay, but carrying a few guys here on the back end, like you said, Aaron. Good bounce out off of that initial tackle after he gets the first down right there. Broken tackle, couple strong moves, takes a couple good shots at the end, but a great run by Baginski.
Ends up being a 16-yard gain on 4th and 1, and the Panthers are at the 24. 4:20 to go in our first quarter. 8-0 Aquinas. They scored on the first play from scrimmage. 65-yard pass from Thornton to Haas. And now a timeout. Play clock was winding down. West Salem needs to talk it over. And 1st and 10, Panthers trying to drive and counter to the touchdown scored early by the Blue Golds. We'll be right back on ESPN La Crosse.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Hilltopper Refuse, serving the Coulee region since 1983. Hilltopper Refuse, a proud sponsor of high school football. Back here at West Salem High School, 8-0 Blue Golds. West Salem on the move. Ball to 24 of Aquinas, and a 1st and 10. Baginski in motion. They're going to screen it out to him left side. Good blocks, gives him some space, lowers the shoulder, and gets up near the 15-yard line. The double team block on the outside. Pontius helping out. Makibo Anderson blocking as well.
I was going to say, Pontius really got a good block on the edge there to set that up, and good timing on that screen. I think that's what they wanted to do before on the prior interception, just didn't really develop all that well. And a favorable 2nd down here for the Panthers as they continue to drive down the field.
Yeah, 2nd and 1, you can certainly take a shot. You're in the red zone here at the 16-yard line. They're going to give it to Baginski, who gets a little extra push from his lineman from behind. Really good push from Luke Gruby, the left tackle who is coming over. And it's going to be a 1st down for the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, Luke Gruby is a very underrated player on this line. He does everything. He does all the dirty work, you know what I mean? He gets in there, not afraid to get lower than the lower guy, pushes his back a little bit further down the road. I mean, the guy's just a tough football player. Aaron, I got clarification from Pete Arntz, Trevor's dad, that he does not have a shrine of his son in his house.
Oh, okay, we were wondering that.
Yeah, but he has a shrine of his wife, he said.
Probably a better decision.
That's what I think.
A better option. And it's going to be a keeper this time for McConkey on the read option. It was a good read, and he's muscling his way forward up to the 10-yard line just to gain a 3 on 1st down.
Yeah, good job by Barr that time, and also Kearney closing in. They saw that immediately, and just the thing is, too, they didn't overcommit. They stayed at home and just waited for McConkey to come to them and made the play.
Second and 7, we'll call it.
Now, one of them guys in them lawn chairs you're talking about's louder than some of the people down here.
Ball at the 13. West Salem is threatening here with about 2 minutes to go. Handoff, Baginski, bounce outside, cuts back in, and he is in! Touchdown, Luke Baginski from 10 yards out, and West Salem's within 2.
Salem getting on the board. Baginski right off that right side. You know, so far so good for Aquinas. But a good run here on the back end as we see it again. Good block on the outside by Pontius. Kind of goes right around the edge. Another good block by Anderson. Both those guys doing the work out on the split. And look at that. A nice little pull inside by the right tackle. Sealed the outside linebacker, and that's a touchdown for West Salem. Really nice play design by the Panthers.
They're going to go for 2 to counter the 2-point conversion by Aquinas.
Drop.
Slant to Pontius, incomplete. Good coverage by Declan Haas on the outside. And it remains 8-6 Aquinas with the lead. We'll be right back right here on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a 4-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
If you want to run a business, talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance. Noble specializes in business insurance. Can also help you, though, with home and auto. Noble Insurance just up the hill, Main Street in Onalaska. 8-6 our score. Aquinas leads West Salem. 2-point conversion is the difference. And Kyle White will return it from the 10-yard line. He'll cut inside the numbers and be swung down hard. Good tackle by Mason Chambers as he crosses the 30 up to the 32 or 33-yard line.
Yeah, not getting the 2-point conversion is disappointing. However, I do like the response from West Salem after being down a score quickly, having a turnover. Most teams would probably lose all their edge doing that, but West Salem did not. They came back, went down the field, got into the end zone. Pontius is probably kicking himself because he knows he probably should have caught that slant, but we'll see if that comes back to haunt them later in this game. It was a good throw by McConkey. He's right in there.
First and 10 for Aquinas. Ball at the 33-yard line. Thornton will hand it off. Kyle White gets his first carry, lowers the shoulder, and gets an extra couple of yards up to the 40. Gain of 7 for Kyle White.
His running style is just so different from anybody else we've seen all year. You know, he's just going to go right into you. He dares you to tackle him. And when he does, he just leaves you with a little bit of a receipt on the end of it. And that's just something you can't teach. And they've been caging him up like an animal. You know he's ready to go.
2nd and 3. They're going to give it right back to him.
Nice
Good
cut.
jump cut. Leaps over a
Holding.
defender, and a hold is going to get called. Umpire just chucked it right at the legs of.
It's going to be on the left guard.
I believe it was
58, Kearney.
Yeah, yep.
Again, Valentine's Day is not until February.
So it'll be
Aaron.
a 10-yard penalty.
Just a reminder.
Oh, I know.
I know you know.
Ball will be back at the 33, so back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard back of where it was.
Yeah,
10-yard penalty.
The big thing here, no Landon Micklig here tonight. So they can key in on Miles Olson a little bit more. Something to watch.
Nick Griffin taking over at that end spot for Micklig. They're going to go with a reverse to Hargrove, working right to left, and the Panthers were ready for it. 2 guys in the backfield, defensive backfield, come screaming up, give some help over there to Miles Olson on the right side.
Yeah, great job
Hargrove
here on
is
this play.
minus yard.
We're going to run this back here on our replay, and really good contained by the West Salem defense on that. And like you said, Hargrove nowhere to really go. Great defense by the Panthers. Good response.
And I think Aquinas is going to let this play clock roll down, and maybe this will be the final play of the quarter. Obviously, unless
I
it's
wouldn't get too relaxed here.
Incomplete pass.
The way that, they're throwing the ball down the field. I'd be aware of it.
They are going to throw a way deep drop for Thornton, like 15 yards backwards. Now he's rolling right, throws into the flat. It's caught and out of bounds. Short of the line to gain is Logan Becker, the leading receiver for the Blue Golds. His first catch of the night. And they are short of the first down by about 4 yards, we'll say, up to the 39.
And that was a good job by Thornton to identify Becker as he's rolling out, because McGinsky cheated away to go take care of the quarterback. McGinsky probably should have stayed with Becker on that play, because Thornton hasn't ran the ball a lot this year. You want to kind of see him in the open field, see what he can do. And West Salem had some pursuit on the backside. But it's hard to say when you see a quarterback coming right around at you. You want to make a play on him.
That was one of the deepest dropbacks I've seen from a quarterback. I mean,
and he had
Thornton's
time.
basically running straight backwards.
Yep, they had a little bit of time, too.
And the Blue Golds will punt on 4th and 4. It's a wobbly kick over towards the sideline. Caught at about the 22 by Baginski, and he will get to the 32 as he is ushered out of bounds.
Another good stand by the West Salem defense. And, the adjustments they've made in the secondary since that, first play, it's been very good. Obviously, they're aware now that the Blue Golds are going to look to throw the football, and they need to be prepared for that and not just focus on Kyle White. So kind of, again, I'm sure that they have that in their game plan, but when you get shell-shocked like that on the first play of the game, pretty much on the onset, you just got to readjust, and you got to give West Salem credit for what they've been able to do after that play.
So West Salem takes over at the 33-yard line. Trailing 8-6. And McConkey's going to fake a screen right. He'll go to the screen left for Baginski. Blocking didn't materialize, and he will get swung down after a few yards.
Now this is a great play by Aquinas on that screen as we end the first quarter. But Aaron, look at this. Fake out, go left, good pursuit. That's a really good play right there by the Blue Gold defense, because if those blocks get sealed, Baginski's running down the field for a long time.
End of the first quarter, 8-6. Aquinas leads West Salem in a matchup of top 3 teams in Division 4. We'll be right back on ESPN La Crosse.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
The absolute best comfort food imaginable. Grilled cheese melts, fresh burgers, and signature chicken sandwiches. Food Dudes, fresh food fast.
Did you see that roast beef that I sent you?
Yeah.
Dude.
That looked delicious. So my dad, he was like, oh, that looks good.
Man, they come up with some stuff over there that make you want to just sit down and watch them cook.
2nd and 5, first play of the second quarter is a handoff to Baginski, and he will get right next to the marker, maybe a yard shy. We'll see. It's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, this week it was like what was it? A quesadilla of some sort. It was. I can't remember, but it looked awesome. Everything that they do at Food Dudes is outstanding.
It will be a first down. Baginski got exactly 5. That's what he needed, and the Panthers keep it moving.
Yeah, the Panthers now kind of getting the momentum rolling. You know, like we said, now they've taken control a little bit with their defensive stops, and you know, young McConkey settled in.
Handoff again, Baginski working that
good
right
block
side.
On the outside.
And he almost was able to hit the crease, but a good tackle on the near side. Trey Barr saved a lot more yardage as Baginski picks up 8 on first down.
Yeah, Barr might have saved the touchdown because that was a really good edge steal on the outside by the receivers. And, you know, I tell you, just this right side of the offensive line got picked on a little bit early, but now they're kind of fighting back. So I tell you, that was just a great kick out. Good blocking by the receivers, almost broke that.
It'll be 2nd and a yard and a half. And they're going to give it right back to Baginski, who hesitates and runs right up the middle. Good hole, crosses the 40 and up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, good run. Again, you said it, good hold. The two guards in the center were just opening up.
It's a 10-yard gain for Baginski. Already 13 carries for Luke, and we are a minute and a half into our second quarter.
You know, Luke Ruby's only a sophomore, but I tell you what, that kid keeps getting better and better every week. He might be, before his career's done, a guy that we look at as a guy that's going to a big school playing college football.
1st and 10 at the 38. McConkey's going to keep it this
nice
time
cut.
On the read option.
Good read.
It was a good cut, and then he got blown up. 3 Blue Gold swinging him down. Coach Olson isn't happy with his quarterback being swung down well after the whistle.
Yeah, great defense by Aquinas, though, to really just kind of stick with the runner and make a good play on the football. And again, Marcus Clark kind of leading the charge. We've called his name quite a bit, 27.
8-6, Aquinas leads West Salem. Just a couple minutes into our second quarter. West Salem in enemy territory, handing off Baginski, jump cut left, and there is nothing there again. The Blue Gold's in this time. It's a gain of nothing for Luke Baginski.
William Flottmeyer in on the tackle first. And then he got some help on the back end.
No gain in the play, 3rd down 9.
So long 3rd down for West Salem with 9 minutes to go in our first half. 3rd and 9.
Well, Salem not used to being in this predicament, Aaron.
Blue Golds have 7 defensive backs lined up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a shell.
McConkey pump fakes, rolls left, cuts back upfield, looking to run, scrambling, gets a good chunk of what he needs. Sets up a much easier 4th down if that's what West Salem wants to do. It'll be about 4th and 4.5, 4th and 5 maybe.
I like that defense by Aquinas. It makes him, really think about where he wants to throw the football. The intermediate throws and the deep throws are kind of, something you don't want to challenge within that 7 defensive back bracket. Good decision for him to run, I think, in that situation.
It'll go down as 5 yards for Drew McConkey. It sets up 4th and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Because really, Aaron, the only way you're beating that shell is if you throw deep on him, if you got somebody going right down the seam, and that time, no one.
Not a lot of times you see a high school defense with 7 guys just lined up across the field.
Nope.
From end line to end line. They're going to go for it. Screen out right. Baginski looking for some blocks. Cuts outside. There's some room. Picks up the 1st down. Is tackled down at the 20-yard line.
I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag for that tackle on Baginski. Grabbed him on the back of the pad and brought him down. That should have been a penalty in my opinion. And I'm not biased to either school, Aaron. I just call it like I see it because I just want to get that out of the way. But, I mean, that was a pretty apparent, back of the pad, bring down tackle from my vantage point.
Really, the screenplay, just a different type of a run for Baginski that time with 3
again,
blockers out in front.
Great blocking by the wide receivers.
Sets up 1st and 10 at the 20 into the red zone. Handoff Baginski slowly moving forward and just picked up and slammed down by Waylon Hargrove after 2 yards.
Hargrove channeling his inner WWE Hall of Famer Arn Anderson with the spine buster. That's what that was called back in the day, Aaron. I know you care tremendously about those pro wrestling references.
Yes, big pro wrestling guy.
I know
here.
you are. I know. Both these defenses, man, it's been fun to watch. They haven't played, really frantic. They've been really calm, you know what I mean, about everything. Making good plays on the football. It's just these teams are starting to really figure it out on either side. Bad snap.
McConkey tips it back to himself and just runs it forward. Broken play. Does good enough to get 2 yards up to the 15.
Yeah, and the timing on that, like you said, kind of ruined there. I think they wanted to run that screen again on the outside, but McConkey doing a good job of just taking the ball and getting something with it. And Clark again on the tackle.
3rd down 5.
He's been everywhere tonight for Aquinas.
Third and 5 at the 15-yard line. Coming up on halfway through our second quarter. McConkey rolls out right, looking to throw, still looking, fires at the goal line, and it's going to be just shy of the end zone, down to the 1-yard line. Catch by Makibo Anderson for a 1st down.
Anderson just running right in the zone. Look at this throw, Aaron. Good job by McConkey on the rollout, right in that little soft spot. And a great throw as Brady Lee saves a touchdown for the Blue Golds on that play. And now Aquinas knocking on the door.
First completion to someone not named Luke Baginski. And it is at the 1-yard line. Of course, they're going to bring in Trevor Arntz, their left guard, for their short package. Turn, handoff, Arntz into the end zone. Touchdown, Trevor Arntz, and West Salem in front, 12-8.
And you knew it was coming. When you see Trevor Arntz in the backfield, you just give him the ball and let him do his thing. And no team's been able to stop that this season. You know, I was listening to one of John's interviews, and I can't remember which person he was talking to, but they talked about Trevor Arntz and talked about, that he was the secondary tailback. He is in the goal line.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. He's a threat. You put him down in that area, you got to account for him.
Well, West Salem with back-to-back scoring drives, looking to go for 2 again. Under center, turn, handoff, Arntz looking to plow forward. He's right near the goal line, no signal yet. Are they going to say he's short? Yes, it is no good. And we are going to stay at 12-8 with 6:11 to go in our second quarter. Aquinas' possession coming up next on ESPN La Crosse.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Bubblers, an antioxidant sparkling water that boosts, energizes, and restores your balance.
True.
And Union State Bank is where customers and community come first.
Got lots of bubbler right now.
Yeah, that's why your balance is so good.
I know. I thought it was the fact that, I said I was carrying triplets. Now I'm just carrying twins after all the weight I've lost, Aaron. Working on it.
You've been in the grind. You've been in the lab, as the kids say. Kickoff is bobbled and picked up at the 4-yard line, and that'll put Aquinas way back. Terrible field position to start. Ball at about the 16-yard line. So after that first play by Aquinas, things haven't gone too well for the Blue Goals.
No, really, West Salem's done a great job of just finding a way to stop their offense, and we kind of wondered, after that initial play at the beginning, how they would respond, and they've really responded well. I mean, they've made Aquinas work for everything that they're going to get, and they're not giving up the big play anymore. You can see as they have kind of a couple guys deep to kind of prevent that now.
Well, at the 16, halfway through our second quarter, 12-8 lead for West Salem. Thornton in the pistol, hands off for Kyle White, trying to bounce it out left, and he cannot. Miles Olson all over it. Loss of 1.
Olson without his counterpart tonight on the other side, but on that play, he just did a great job. And again, we keep talking about his hand technique. He just gets off the ball, uses his athleticism, and makes a good play on a really good tailback in Kyle White. Aquinas' running offense has really struggled since the middle of the first quarter to really move the football here.
White to the left of Thornton. He'll drop back to throw. Looking on an out route. It is caught. A lot of room out there for Tyson Martin. Jukes inside across the 40 up to the 45 and tackled down at the 46-yard line. Big pass play for the Blue Golds.
Yeah, Martin just out here in the flat and does a really good job after the catch, but an even better block downfield. I believe it was Thornton out there that was making some really good room for him to kind of decide what he wanted to do with the football. Really good play design there by Aquinas. And now they're in business, getting some confidence rolling here.
They're going to say they stepped out back at the 39-yard line, goes down as a gain of 24. Here's a handoff. White up the middle. And he will cross the 40 up to the 43-yard line. That was the Blue Gold's first down since the first play of the game.
Yeah, and again, West Salem's defense, we've talked about it, how good they've been all year. And they're doing a great job against this running attack of Aquinas. They're really not giving White a lot of room to kind of do what he does, which is kind of use his vision to create and do something with his legs.
Thornton hands off to White, looking to go left, cuts back right, and forced back inside over there by Nick Griffin, and then White is only able to get 1.
But that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's a perfect example right there of what West Salem's doing. As Arntz is one of the guys also in on the tackle at the end, but White really, wanted to go outside. He came back inside. West Salem right there waiting for him with 3 guys.
3rd and 4 for Aquinas. Coming up on 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Thornton drops back to pass, throws out to the flat. It's caught by White, trying to elude a defender to get to that marker, but he cannot. He's tackled down a yard shy. It'll be 4th and a yard, maybe 4th and a yard and a half here.
Now this is a big decision because you're on your side of the field here with 4th and 1. You have a great back in Kyle White. Do you go for it here?
It's less than 2 yards, about a yard and a half, and they're going to go for it. Ball is at the 47.5 yard line. Nope, now they're going to punt. They're going to motion back into a punt formation. I would definitely
watch the fake here.
West Salem is in the punt safe. They're going to fake it. A run around the outside. He's blasted out of bounds. Huge hit by the Panther defense, and I think he's short.
Yeah, from what I can see here, let's see if we can get it. Motion, and here on the outside is Lee, and it doesn't look like Lee is close to that marker.
Brady Lee, the punter, just ran it right. I think he's short. West Salem celebrating. He took a huge hit from a couple of Panther defenders.
And now West Salem was
still discussing.
Well, I mean, from what we saw here from our vantage point on the replay.
And now officially it is West Salem ball. Turnover on down.
It was definitely short from what we saw on the replay by probably a half a yard. And again, you know, that was one of those plays where you could go either way. Do you punt it to be safe? Do you try to get the yard because your offense has some momentum? But again, this West Salem defense, keep bringing it up, just makes a big play. And now they've got the best field position they've had all night after scoring 2 touchdowns here.
At the 48 of Aquinas. 3:22 to go. West Salem's got 2 timeouts to work with. Screen play to the left. It's caught by Pontius, the leading receiver for the Panthers with his first catch. He gets across the 45 up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Design screen play to get Pontius rolling. I like that. Get some rhythm with him. Because later on you can maybe fake that for something different, you know, setting that up down the road. And I'm sure that that's been talked about and or shown prepping for this game this week. There's a lot of different things people just think, oh, it's a screen pass. Well, no, there's more you can do with it. You can utilize that as some kind of ball fake or just interior fake of some sort.
Handoff, Baginski. Now the Aquinas run defense starting to really key in on Baginski on that rate option run. It's a gain of 1.
Baginski on the carry, tackle by Hargrove.
Yeah, big tackle by Hargrove.
He already has 19 touches tonight, 16 carries.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the story of the game tonight. He's probably going to see a lot more. You know, especially, you know, now being up 12-8, you want to get one more score in. The question is, are they going to go for 2 again, or are they just going to kick the extra point if they get it into the end zone? I think at this point, if you're up by a couple scores, I'd be kicking extra points and let Aquinas catch up.
Yeah, a little curious that West Salem wanted to go for 2 early on. Usually a team that has a field goal kicker just kicks it with a team that goes for 2 all the time. Here's a throw from McConkey. A lot of time rolling out, and he flipped it forward. He had Baginski wide open in the flat, but he just chucked it into the ground. Maybe trying to be a little too cute with it that time, and it'll set up 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just got a little too comfortable there after seeing Baginski and didn't put enough on it. And he was looking for Pontius down the seam. They were trying to beat that shell over the top, which is a smart thing to do, but the shell reacted to Pontius. So, you know, good decision on his part to get it to the safety valve, but got to make that play.
It's interesting because even if West Salem really wanted to punt, would they without Landon Micklig, who's their punter? You know, who would be their punter? Maybe it would be a Drew McConkey pooch punt of some sort, but they're lining up to go for it here on 4th and 5. And it will be a pooch punt by McConkey.
Nice
he
kick,
drills it into the end zone, lands 8 yards deep, and it is a touchback.
I do like that decision by West Salem. You know, make Aquinas work from deep in their field. Your defense has done a good job against their offense so far. Make them work for the yards.
So Aquinas will get the ball back. The miss on 4th down doesn't come back to hurt too much, and now they have 1:46, and they have all 3 timeouts to get down the field and get a score. And they'll start at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see how Jacob Thornton reacts in this situation. He's had a really good year. Started off the game really hot, too, obviously. It's just, we talked about how talented, West Salem's been this year on this side of the ball on defense, and they've really shut down Aquinas after that play. Honestly, the Blue Goals have had some trouble moving down the field, and I'm sure they weren't expecting that.
So 1st and 10 for Aquinas at the 20-yard line as they start their possession here with 1:46 to go in our first half. Fake screen left, roll out right for Thornton.
Stay deep.
Looking, being dragged down from behind, and he throws it away, incomplete. First one in there and trying to take him down over on that far side. I believe that was Brennan Steinmetz.
Great coverage, though, that time by the Panthers back there. And the one thing they did better this time is they didn't break off coverage when Thornton rolled out. They stayed with their receivers. They didn't want to give him anything that he could get an easy throw to.
Second and 10. Thornton will hand it off to Kyle White right up the middle, and he gets a good chunk of yardage here on 2nd down, maybe 7 yards. Sets up a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, good push from Aquinas' offensive line on that play.
Just the 5th carry for Kyle White tonight.
And again, they have all 3 timeouts, and they're not using him here in this situation.
It's kind of a cat and mouse here. You don't want to. Aquinas doesn't want to give too much time to West Salem if they get stopped here by calling a timeout, and vice versa.
Especially on this side of the field.
Yep.
Because a punt would only give him great field position to give him time with under a minute.
You'll see a much different approach. If Aquinas picks up this 1st down, then they'll start getting it going, maybe call a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Lee really using this time here, and there it is.
He's going to use his first timeout here with 49 seconds to go. So 3rd and 3 is coming up. We'll see what Aquinas has in design for this 3rd down when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
Bobcat's your home for industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your fall project list, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region in Dressbach or visit bobcatofthecouleeregion.com. 3rd and 3 for Aquinas at their own 27-yard line. Thornton in the shotgun, turns, hands off. Kyle White up the middle, leans forward, gets to the 30.5. He just needed the 30, so it's a 1st down for the Blue Golds.
So clock will stop. Aquinas, we got a lineman down here.
Maxwell Malashevsky is the one who is down.
Yeah, Malashevsky could be a big loss for them, too.
Maybe their best offensive lineman, Malashevsky. Will take a break as they tend to Max. We'll be right back.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee Region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee Region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Malashevsky able to walk off on his own power for the most part, with a little bit of a limp, and Aquinas is going to run it up the middle. White gets a yard, maybe 2.
Take it, Aquinas is content taking this into the half.
15 seconds to go. Maybe they'll run a deep throw here.
Try to throw him off guard. That was Salem getting a little slow on the react here.
5 seconds to go. Aquinas will run a play. Thornton going to throw it deep down the right sideline. Coverage is there, and it is caught?
Yeah.
It's caught. What a catch down at the 30-yard line, but we have hit triple zeros Catch made by Trey Barr, but it'll be for naught, as that will be the end of the half. 12-8 our score. West Salem in front of Aquinas, number 1 in Division 4, against number 3 in Division 4 on ESPN La Crosse 105.5.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer, it's our waste, it's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. 3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning is a local family-owned company in West Salem, proudly serving residential and commercial customers, providing free estimates and 24-hour emergency service with quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices. G&T Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. 3-in-1 Construction's located next to the post office in West Salem. They specialize in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting for residential and commercial jobs. Give them a call at 608-317-8615. 12-8 is our halftime score. West Salem leading Aquinas. Blue Gold scored on the first play from scrimmage and didn't really get too much going the rest of the way. West Salem able to go back-to-back scoring drives in the middle of our half, and they lead 12-8.
Yeah, after that initial score, I mean, West Salem's defense has really found a way to stifle the Blue Gold offense. And, you know, honestly, I don't think Aquinas probably thought that coming into this game. I bet you they thought that they could, you know, run their offense, you know, and do what they do. But, again, this West Salem defense, they've only given up 7 points a game this year, and you can see why. They're fast at every level. They do a good job of, you know, understanding what their assignments are. They don't make a lot of mistakes. You know, other than the play at the beginning of the game, what have we seen mistake-wise, Aaron? Probably nothing. They played a perfect second quarter, in my opinion, and they scored 2 touchdowns to take the lead, and after getting punched in the mouth early in this game. So, again, how do you respond to that? Well, West Salem just passed the test with flying colors, I would say. They responded quite well.
They did respond pretty well. Now, they didn't get either of the 2-point conversions, which makes it a really interesting game here, just a 4-pointer.
And that's the thing, you know, I mean, they've been kicking extra points all year, and then in those situations, I know your opponent likes to run those 2-point conversion plays, but do you have to mimic your opponent, or do you do what you do?
Part of I think Aquinas has a field goal kicker who can make extra points.
Right.
Part of it, though, is they feel more comfortable with their 2-point conversion offense against another team's 2-point conversion offense, right? And so far, it's worked out well.
They've been doing it all year. I mean, that's what they do. They get down here, and you're going to see more often than not when you got when you got guys like, you know, Kyle White and looking down the roster. Thornton's had a good year. Obviously, you're going to give him the trust to make that play. And the receiving core, you know, honestly, outstanding. You know, Haas is an outstanding receiver. Barr's an outstanding receiver. Becker might be the best athlete on this team. You know, I mean, why wouldn't you want to go for 2 on every single play with a roster like that? But West Salem could argue otherwise, though, too. It's just Aquinas made 2 really good plays at the goal line to stop them. And who would have thought they would have stopped Trevor Arntz of all people?
Well, the point stands. If they just make 2 extra points as they have all year, you lead by 6.
Right.
Now, a touchdown, you're trailing.
That's right.
So
that's the difference.
Could be interesting as we move forward.
That's the Russian roulette, as we like to say.
Yep.
Minus Ivan Drago, but we won't go into that.
3. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, the place to meet your family and friends before or after the game in downtown West Salem. They also have made from scratch daily lunch specials. Find them on Facebook, Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem.
Aaron, if you want a good laugh, you should go on YouTube and watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonator dude. You've probably seen him. They put him on top of Ivan Drago, and instead of Dolph Lundgren, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Ivan Drago. It's quite entertaining. Quite entertaining.
Check it out.
It's very entertaining.
We'll take a break. We'll have stats when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
If You keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer? Maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. 3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office, downtown West Salem.
St. Joseph Equipment offers new and used farm equipment in Norwalk, Richland Center, and St. Joseph's Ridge, with inventory from popular brands such as Case IH, New Holland, Massey Ferguson, Kubota, and many more. Check them out at St. Joseph and Brady Lee, a carry for 1 yard. Through the air, Logan Becker, 2 catches for 31 yards. Declan Haas has got the touchdown, a 65-yarder on the first play from scrimmage. Kyle White, a 2-yard catch, and Trey Barr, a 36-yard catch to end the half. For West Salem, Drew McConkey, 5 of 8 throwing for 44 yards and an interception. Luke Baginski on the ground, 16 carries early on for 79 yards and a score. Trevor Arntz, a 1-yard touchdown run, and Drew McConkey with 6 carries for 33 yards. Carter Pontius has got a catch for 4, Makibo Anderson a 14-yard catch, and Luke Baginski 3 catches for 26 yards. That means he has 19 touches for 105 yards in the first half. For the teams, no turnovers, no sacks for Aquinas. They did have 2 penalties for 15 yards, punt twice for 79 yards, and just 4 first downs. 134 yards throwing, 26 rushing for 160 total yards. For West Salem, they did not fumble, but they threw an interception, 2 penalties for 7 yards, a punt for 43, 9 first downs, 44 yards through the air, 113 on the ground for 157. So while it may not feel like it, Aquinas is outgaining West Salem in this first half. However, 2 of those plays, 101 of those yards are coming on 2 plays. The first play of the half, the last play of the half.
Yes, and so kind of misleading when you look at it that way. A few scores to pass along. Aaron Cashton up over Hillsborough 22-12 at the half. Holman up on Logan 14-0 at the half. Of course, Holman kind of replenished, got some guys back this week. That Central score very misleading from last week in my opinion. However, that game is over. Arcadia 8-0 over GET at the half, and no shock here in my opinion. The Hilltoppers up 35-0 on Baraboo at the half, and tell you what, Ian Cole gets better and better every week. That running attack gets better and better every week.
Well, great news for Onalaska. They've had the toughest schedule so far in the MVC. They get Baraboo this week and Toma next week.
Yep.
The 2 worst teams in the conference.
Yeah, and, kind of go into the playoffs with some momentum. So next week, I'm sure Coach Yashinsky and his staff has that team focused, knowing they have to win these next 2 games. And who knows what's going to happen with the rest of the MVC with all the quote-unquote big guys battling each other in the next few weeks.
Depending on scores, we could have a 5-way tie for first.
I have my arguments. Again, I said I thought Holman was the best team in the MVC going into this season as my dark horse. I still think they are overall when you look at depth and what they have. However, I wouldn't count out on Alaska and their ability to progress and get better and improve every week. That's kind of what I thought may happen this year, and it's happening right now.
With DriveUltra.org, you're in the driver's seat. Ultra Federal Credit Union giving you the information you need to make smart choices and get into the car you love. Ultra Federal Credit Union, it's where you belong. Will your furnace make it through another heating season? Now's the time to upgrade to an Armstrong air system from Rish Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Call them at 786-2676. 12-8 is our score at the break. West Salem in front of Aquinas on ESPN La Crosse 105.5. Streaming live on YouTube. You can find it on our free mobile app.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a four-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
Crossroads Bar and Grill, your one-stop shop for award-winning burgers and ice cream selection of 24 flavors. Come and find us at the Timbers Building at 426 2nd Avenue South on Alaska. Crossroads Bar and Grill. And with Salem Health Mart Pharmacy, the Prescription Center Pharmacy located in the same building as with Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medication specifically for you, your family, and your pets. Call 608-788-4500.
12-8's our score at the break. West Salem in front of Aquinas. Don't go anywhere. This should be an outstanding second half. That's coming up next on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on our YouTube channel.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast. G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business, they have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Car accidents happen. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem knows you want it fixed fast, you want it fixed right. They deal with insurance. Get your car back on time. Adrenaline Auto Body, located 481 West Avenue North, West Salem. And just a reminder to stick around after our coverage here at West Salem for the Festival Foods postgame show, which begins with all the stats and scores and interviews, Scotty and Cody and coaches and all that with John Papadopoulos back at our studio. Our second half is underway. Kick is returned by Luke Beginski, pushing forward to the 29-yard line.
See if West Salem can continue what they've been doing on offense near the second half of the first half. As really in that second quarter, Aaron, they really controlled play. And I know you mentioned in the stats, Aquinas technically outgaining West Salem, but I would have to say West Salem has the momentum right now.
Yeah, like I said, 101 points, or 101 yards for Aquinas out of their 160 came on the first play and last play of the half. So in between, they were not very efficient. Not many teams are against this West Salem defense. With the offense out there first for the Panthers, trying to add on to their 12-8 lead. Via snap to McConkey, hands off, bouncing it outside. Trevor Arntz with some space, crosses midfield, 45, and hit out of bounds at the 40. Big gain to open the half for the Panthers.
And man, I tell you what, Trevor Arntz is a great athlete. Look at him bounce out, good blocks on the outside. Arntz just kind of looking to see if he can cut it back. And a good start for the Panthers on that play. Somewhere his father's saying, I could never run like that. That's right, you couldn't, Pete. That's all right, buddy.
31-yard gain for Trevor Arntz on the first play of the half, and he goes right back to left guard.
Pete's going to give me a hard time when he sees me at my other place of employment, I guarantee it.
Nope, Arntz is going to stay in the backfield, I should say now. They're going to keep it on the ground with him. Beginski went to the wind out as a wideout, and it's going to be a 4-yard gain for Arntz.
Got a score update real quick. Viroqua up 17-0 at the half over Black River Falls. We'll leave the rest for John after that.
Yes. John has all the rest of the scores and stats for you after our game tonight.
I don't want to steal his thunder, you know.
105.5, yeah. just give people an update. Here's a handoff. Baginski will take it this
Look
time.
at that.
And he makes himself skinny through the hole up to the 31-yard line. Gain of 4, it'll be 3rd and 1.
And again, a nice hole for him to run through. And, the one thing, Aquinas' defense was on the field a lot in that second quarter. And they've had a half to rest, but still that punishment that you take within the half has got to be taking a little bit of a toll here on these guys up front.
It is maybe less than 1. 3rd and inches here. They're going to go under center with McConkey and Arntz in the backfield. And they're going to give it to Arntz, and he will easily pick up the first down, and he'll get about 2 yards, 3 yards in total for the first down.
But Salem coming out very confident here in their running game, and rightfully so. It's been very productive all year.
They had 113 yards on the ground in the first half.
They're averaging around 240 a game, Aaron, on the ground, and you have that and an outstanding defense. That's a recipe for success.
Ball sitting at the 29-yard line. We're just a couple minutes into our third quarter. West Salem's leading 12-8 over the Blue Golds. It's going to be a shotgun throw for McConkey. Stepping away from pressure, throwing down the seam, wide open. Carter Pontius back steps into the end zone for a touchdown. McConkey to a wide open Pontius for 29 yards and a score.
And that was a design play, Aaron. We're going to go back and watch this again because that was a beautiful play by McConkey as they kind of faked the slant on the inside and up as the corner kind of bit, came up from the cover 2. No safety help this time as they were paying more attention to the run. So a good call here. Really good deception by Pontius. Good inside out move to the corner of the end zone and a great catch on top of it. Touchdown West Salem. And are they going to go for 2 again? Yes, they are, it looks like.
So they're up by 10. So make it a 2-touchdown game without any extra points. Otherwise known as a 12-point lead. They're going to pitch right to Baginski, looking to cut back upfield. There is nothing there. Aquinas was all over that play. And for the third time tonight, Panthers are stopped on the 2-point conversion. So it's 18-8, 10-point lead, 9:51 to go, third quarter on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Chris Riggles with RE/MAX in Onalaska would love to talk with you. Contact Chris with RE/MAX in Onalaska.
That was one of the best play calls of the night by Coach Olson. I mean, honestly, if you go back and look at that D-back's playing 7 yards off, slant inside, safety cheats up to help with the run. Nobody back there.
That kick was rolling hot dog style, spinning hot
Good
dog style, I
return.
should say. Yeah, really good return. Out past the 40, maybe up to the 41 by Kyle White. It's a great field position for the Blue Golds. They need an answer
hot dog
badly.
style.
Yeah, it was kind
Yeah.
of spinning on the I don't even know how.
So it was picking up toppings is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure. It wasn't end over end.
Yeah. It was nothing in a bun, though. That's probably good. Be kind of awkward in a football game.
Maybe.
I mean, that's kind of a trip hazard, you know.
First
Safety
and 10, handoff Kyle White right up the middle. Good space and a huge push from his lineman from behind. It's going to get him all the way up right near midfield, and they're going to mark it at the 50, first down run.
Yeah, you called it, Aaron. Good push up front. And they're going to get to the ball quickly here as they want to make West Salem work for it.
Hand off again, White up the middle with some space. Another first down carry, back-to-back ones of those. This time it's 11, and Kyle White on 2 carries has 21 yards in the half. He only had 25 in the first half.
Urgency's really picked up for the Blue Golds now.
They're going to give it right back to him, but a false start on the Blue Golds.
False start penalty against the Blue Golds.
I want to say it was Cheski, I believe, 72.
Part of that is, when you're in the hurry up, guys get so anxious to just get going again because you know you're in the up tempo.
Yeah, and it's really hard too because you got to pay attention to the quarterback, the timing, everything's got to be right. And people wonder why it's so hard to do. Well, when you got fans and a lot of noise, it's difficult.
A fake on the handoff, throw into the flat. It is caught by Tyson Martin up to the 38-yard line.
Williams doing a good job on that, though. Martin with a nice catch, and if he was a step sooner, that could have been an interception error, and he read that well. He just didn't get there in time. Blitz.
Hand off, Kyle White juking back inside, lowering the shoulder, running over the defender up to the 21. 12-yard gain for Kyle White.
White on the carry, tackled by Williams.
Yep, and the urgency, again, continuing to pick up here for the Blue Golds, and rightfully so. I like this style of football.
Hand off again, White hesitating, up the middle. Again, churning the legs up to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, Arntz with a good tackle to really slow him down because if White doesn't get tackled there, he had a seam. He probably could have took that to the end zone.
Kyle White's probably wondering where this room has been all game.
Right.
They're going to give it right back to him, bouncing right,
nice
trying
play.
to cut back left, and this time it isn't there. Trevor Arntz and Miles Olson take him down.
Tell you what, Olson again showing why he's just so good on the edge. I mean, his hand technique is just outstanding. Again, shucking the defender off and making a play on the back. He's been doing it all year long, and I think he's the best in the area at it, to be quite honest.
Third and 4. Handoff up the middle. And again, nothing there. Sawyer Brennigan uses the body to swallow up Kyle White at the 15.
That's a big hug. That's a big hug right there. And that's a big hug you don't want when it's Brennigan. I mean, that was just, again, the big guy getting in there, making a good play. And he's an unsung hero on this defense. He does a lot of disruption, takes up 2 guys sometimes. Doesn't get the credit he deserves, I think, for how he plays high-low.
They're going to give White 2 yards, so he gets half of what they need.
Kind of generous, don't you think?
A huge 4th down, 4th and 2 for the Blue Golds. They've been moving the ball so well. Be a big stop for the Panther defense. Thornton, hands off. White working that right side. Plenty of room, space, cuts back in the middle of the field and gets inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line.
Great run by White, going off the backside of the pulling left guard, getting a good seal on the outside linebacker, cuts back inside, getting a couple extra yards, and now 1st and goal for the Blue Golds.
4 first downs the entire first half for the Blue Golds, 3 on this drive.
Yeah, just when you think they're down and out, right? And they just come out with this hurry-up tempo. Good execution.
Direct snap. White looking that left side, trying to bounce outside, and he is swallowed up. Good pursuit on the outside. Baginski coming over to help out on the tackle.
And I don't know if that's kind of the
Isaiah Lack in there as well.
I don't know if I like that call in this situation. It's been working, with the setback, kind of letting them run in between the zone running scheme that they're doing right now. And that one, you just do a direct stamp. You know where it's going, either outside, left or right? And then you got that speed of the Panther defense that's been so good all year. I don't know if I like that call in that situation.
Kyle White's 8th carry of the drive. He had 7 in the entire first half. And now we have a whistle, a timeout. West Salem. Ryan Olson sprinting down the sideline to get that call. 5:49 to go, 3rd quarter. 10-point West Salem lead, but Aquinas is 3 yards away from pay dirt on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Hot steaks and burgers straight off the grill, pork chops, chicken,
salad bar, yeah.
Largest in La Crosse, North Country Steak Buffet.
Like the salad bar.
Second and goal, ball at the 3-yard line for Aquinas. They haven't scored since the first play of the game. We're halfway through our third quarter. Trying to change that here. Pistol formation, now White shifts to the right side of Thornton. Thornton will give it to Kyle White, working inside across the right guard, jumping forward. He is in for the score. Touchdown Aquinas. And they get the score within 4 here with 5:45 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, good job by White to kind of look and see where to go based off his blocking scheme. Again, that pistol formation, I don't know why they just didn't stick to that, Aaron. I didn't really like the direct snap. Now that, it's a little more deception, more to account for. Is it the quarterback? Is it the tailback? Are you going to run maybe a jet sweep from the outside with Becker or somebody on there in that area? So, good call.
Wide receiver split out 2 left, 2 right. Hargrove in motion left to right. Thornton rolling out, throwing into the flat, incomplete. No receiver even close to the throw. So a big 2-point conversion stop for the Panthers. Keeps it at a 4-point lead. 18-14 on ESPN La Crosse.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
Asa Holman, check out their large selection of grills and lawnmowers. Get some Scotty Bird seed. Stop in, pick one out, and Asa Holman will assemble and deliver your lawnmower or your grill straight to your front door.
They make me clean
Asa
my deck.
Holman Drive. Scotty loves going to Asa Holman, getting his bird seed.
The dry rubs.
Getting his dry rubs for his food on the grill.
I do like that. Their dry rub selection is outstanding. I mean, the marinades, the dry rubs, all that stuff, if you're looking to grill out on the big green egg.
What's your favorite? You get one dry rub.
The gospel. The gospel's the best.
There you go.
Put me on the spot.
Well, you only get one. Surprised you didn't give me 2.
I don't know.
Here's a squib kick on the kickoff. Still rolling and just squeaks out of bounds at the 12-yard line. So it pays off for the Panthers not picking it up, and they'll get better field position with the kick out of bounds.
I've been a guy that you can't eat just one, for a while. Now that's changed a little bit.
Eat one package of dry rub?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I have multiple items that I use the dry rub on, as you know. I've sent you videos while you're talking to John.
Oh, I know.
I like to show you guys what I'm doing.
Very hungry.
I know. While you're talking.
You're making me hungry right now.
It's purposeful because I'm saying to myself, I could be there with Aaron cooking for him and then talking in a break, but I don't do that.
Hey, you're welcome to come grill out at the station.
I know. I actually have an invitation.
Yeah,
I can't.
You invited yourself and then got the invitation.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
Trips right for the Panthers on their first play of the drive. Handoff Baginski running at about 40% speed, and it pays off as he gets down the sideline past midfield and barely pushed out of bounds at the 48.
How about the nice little dance move at the end, for a couple extra yards? Again, 2 different running backs. You got a slash and dash with Baginski, and you got the old school power runner in Kyle White. And it's just fun to watch the 2 different styles. And I love how each coach plays to the strength of the player, which is great in how they design their plays.
I mean, Luke Baginski was running at like a third of his speed for most of that run, and then just decided to turn it upfield with some quickness. First down. They will give it right back to him around the left side this time. Runs into his own blocker and then lowers his shoulder as he falls down across the 45 to the 44-yard line for a gain of 4.
Yeah, just trying to go off of the left edge that time and nothing there. So Baginski turns it back upfield just to get a couple yards. I think this is a big drive for West Salem. Take it down the field, they can score again. Just keep Aquinas at that deficit because they can score fast.
2nd and 6. Handoff Baginski.
Nice
bounce
cut.
Outside right, crossed the 40 and slipped down as he went to cut back inside. Tackle made on the near side by Trey Barr, but it's a first down for Baginski up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I want to watch this again, Eric. I just love this cut on the outside. Good seal by the right tackle. Good pull by the left guard, and then that little stutter step to get outside makes all the magic right there. Baginski is just a slippery devil. Look at that. Just a great play right there to get to the outside.
So just a few plays, and the Panthers are at the Aquinas 35, and they're going under center here with Arntz in the backfield as the fullback, and they're going to give it to him on a counter left, spinning back towards the middle of the field. And he will pick up 2 yards on the carry.
You know, I like the fact that Arntz kind of got something out of nothing because Aquinas did a good job of reacting to that counter play. He's lucky to even get a yard, let alone 2.
That's the first time we've seen that play.
You know, I just noticed this, Aaron, but the shadow of the cat is still on the field. It's kind of creepy. Especially this time of night.
As it's fading away, it's trying to remind you that it can still get you at any point.
Yeah.
That and the bats flying around.
Yeah, I don't see any bats yet. Thanks for bringing that up.
Baginski's going to get the handoff
Nice
again,
run.
cuts up the middle of the field, plenty of space, and slam down hard on his back at the 25-yard line. That's good for 8 and a first down.
I was going to say, he's right at the marker. And they haven't given it to him yet. Yep, there it is.
Good for a first
So
down.
25-yard line for the Panthers as they're quickly making their way down the field with 3:40 to go, third quarter.
How about the interior blocking again by the West Salem offensive line? That was a huge hole.
Trips out to the near side, short side right for the Panthers. And Baginski's going to run to the left. Pontius in front
Slaps.
blocking, Grube blocking, and he slipped down at the 21. It's a gain of 4 for Luke.
Yeah, he slips. If he doesn't slip there, he gets a couple extra yards. Aquinas actually had that well defended on the edges.
They're going to put it at the 22, so a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Coach Olson, he's fired up tonight. He keeps going out in the field, pacing, coming back over. He's reminding me of John Madden right now, the way he's doing that. Madden used to do that, get all fired up, pace, walk back and forth. One of the best.
McConkey's going to keep it on the read option this time. Probably the best decision on that play. Neither option was too good as Aquinas was ready for it, but McConkey's able to get to the 20-yard line for 2 yards and set up a 3rd and 5.
Aaron, you have to agree. Madden, probably the best color analyst of all time.
I don't know. Chris Collinsworth.
No,
alive.
absolutely not. Dude,
Troy Aikman's alive.
No. I mean, Collins.
Tony Romo's a person.
No. It's definitely not Tom Brady, I'll tell you that right now. Overpaid color analyst. I could watch paint dry before I listen to him.
Jonathan Vilma exists.
Yeah, Jonathan Vilma.
Handoff Baginski working that right side. He's stood up by a trio of Blue Golds. Tyson Martin, the initial tackler, and it's a gain of 2 for Baginski. Sets up 4th and 3 at the 18.
Martin and Clark again, and Clark's been everywhere tonight. That guy has been in almost every play around the football. You see 27.
Already 23 carries for Luke Baginski tonight. We've got a little over a minute and a half to go in our third quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th and 3. Trips out to the right. Lone receiver Pontius out to the left. And they're going to give it to Baginski. Working the left side.
Nothing.
He's tackled. Ball
Fumble.
comes loose. Panthers will recover it. But back at the 19-yard line, Baginski wasn't going to get there anyways. Great play by the Aquinas defense to turn him over on downs.
Yeah, great play by Aquinas. Good penetration. You know, and really the West Salem offensive line has done a great job so far tonight. But, man, Aquinas rose up when they needed to defensively. And now, with down only 4 points, they get the ball back here.
So Aquinas takes over at their own 20-yard line. Handoff Kyle White. And he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
White on the carry. That's made by Arts. No gain. Second down 10.
So they're going to give him back to the 20. It's a nothing on the carry for Kyle White. Here's a counter play and a good run up the middle with some space. Trey Barr across the 30 up to the 31. Rather Tyson Martin, I should say, on the carry.
Yeah, Martin with a good play in between the guard and a left tackle on the counter like you alluded to, Aaron. We haven't seen that play tonight a lot from Aquinas, and obviously they were waiting for the right time to utilize that.
Goes down as a gain of 12. 18-14's our score. 10 seconds to go here this third quarter. West Salem in front. Aquinas trying to make a comeback here. Thornton just trying to get the Panthers to jump. They do not, and that is the end of the quarter. 4-point game after 3 quarters of play. Can't ask for much more in our game of the week on ESPN La Crosse 105.5. Streaming live on YouTube. Find it on our free mobile app.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here for the fourth quarter at West Salem High School. Panthers leading the Blue Golds by 4. Thornton will turn, hand it off to Kyle White, working towards the middle of the field, spins out of a tackle, and Baginski and a couple other Panthers will take him down across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of a first down, 9-yard carry.
Yeah, another good carry by White, and you know now with Aquinas coming to life here in this fourth quarter. Actually near the end of the third quarter, carrying on to the fourth with this running attack.
2nd and 1, handoff.
Good
up
play.
The middle, and nothing's there. Sawyer Brennigan coming over and pulling him backwards. It's back to the line of scrimmage for Kyle White.
You know, I'd be scared if Sawyer Brennigan got a hold of me. Really scared, because I mean, tell you what, he is just a guy that he's just a guy that finishes plays, man, and he does a great job. And again, I bring it up, he is an unsung hero on this defense. He makes everything easier for everybody else in the middle of the field and on the back end.
3rd and 1 at the 41. Tight formation in the Wildcat. White has it, working left side, cuts back right, and
Brennigan.
He is going to get the first down. He's going to get the 43, they'll give him, a gain of 2.
And Sawyer gets up. Look at, he's disappointed. He thought he had something there. White again, though, he that extra effort, putting his shoulder down, getting those couple extra yards. No running back that used to do that in the NFL. Craig Ironhead Hayward was a classic throwback 80s back that would do that consistently. Wasn't the fastest guy, but he made you pay anytime you tackled him, and that's what Kyle White does.
Thornton gives it to White and gives a counter over the left side. Martin again breaking through tackles.
Wow, nice
Thought he
run.
was down, and he got an extra 5 yards on the carry up to midfield.
Yeah, it looked like West Salem's penetration was going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but makes a nice move, breaking a couple tackles, and a nice run for Martin. And right now, Aquinas with this up-tempo pace running the football, tiring out this really, really talented West Salem defense.
Thornton in the pistol, hands off to Kyle White. Little bobble, got it back. Stiff arms working left. Stiff arms again, crosses the 40-yard line, gives a huge shoulder shove. Late flag comes in as he got up to the 35-yard line. And it is
Holding
going to come back.
Yeah, I kind of wondered when they threw it in the backfield. Honestly, though, Aaron, I really didn't see a hold anywhere from what I could see.
It's a really late flag.
Tell you what, Kyle White is just a punishing runner, man. How he finished that run, even though it's not going to count now, holy smokes, was that outstanding.
A 10-yard penalty on the hold. And it will be 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 9, we'll say. Thornton takes a snap and rolls out right, looking to throw. Still looking. Now he'll fire an out route. It's deflected high in the air and out of bounds, incomplete. Over there in coverage, Mason Chambers and Jackson Williams.
Jackson Williams doing a good job on coverage that time. And again, not pass interference because he looked at the football. I mean, that's the big difference right there. Some people probably clamoring for that, but he looked at the football. He made a football play with his hands without touching the receiver. That is a great play, and that's how you play corner, textbook.
3rd and 9 for the Blue Golds now. Ball at the 45-yard line. It's going to be a fake end around. Thornton looking to throw, rolls out left, pressures on, fires too high for the intended receiver. Incomplete. Good coverage by Ethan Cruzan on the far side.
Yeah, Cruzan doing a good job, and after that initial first play of the game, West Salem's secondary has been just excellent in execution back there. And again, great coverage, good pursuit on Thornton, and again, make them uncomfortable. These young quarterbacks, they haven't really seen a lot of pressure this year, Aaron, and they're getting it tonight.
We're getting low on time here, and these decisions are getting tougher and tougher. But on a 4th and 9, they're going to punt with 9:37 to go. And the punt will be received at about the 18-yard line and falling down at the 25. Plenty more room. There was 12 men on the field. The officials did not see it as didn't see quite who it was that ran off the field, ran back on, and then ran off. Aquinas fans are yelling for 12 men on the field. They're not going to get it.
Well, yeah, it's a little late now at this point. It's going to happen. They don't catch everything.
1st down 10 at the 25-yard line.
But again, abnormal field conditions tonight because of it was 81 degrees today, Aaron, and you get to this time of night, the field's going to get a little slick. Something to watch here as we continue this 4th quarter down the stretch.
West Salem takes over at their own 25-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go in our 4th quarter. Panthers lead 18-14. Here's a handoff for Trevor Arntz looking to bounce right. Cannot do it for much other than, we'll say, a yard. And an injured Blue Gold. We're going to give him 2 yards on the carry, and we will take a quick break as they tend to the injured Aquinas Blue Gold on ESPN La Crosse.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
John Carney, the injured Blue Gold, walks off on his own power.
That could be something to watch here. He's one of the cornerstones of this defense for Aquinas.
2nd and 8 for West Salem. 9 minutes and change to go in our ball game. Our game of the week on ESPN La Crosse. McConkey looking to throw, firing an out route. It's bobbled and finally caught after 3 bobbles by Carter Pontius, and it's enough for a first down.
Yeah, I didn't know if Pontius was going to come up with that, Aaron. It looked like he had trouble seeing it in the lights. It was a good throw by McConkey, and he had a couple options out there. He also had Diegman wide open in the flat, but a good throw getting to that second level of the secondary. And Salem in business now.
The only bad thing about that is you maybe lose 3 yards on the bobble, but
true.
I think they'll take the first down either way.
Good consolation prize.
Yeah, I'd say. Here's a handoff. Baginski working it, stretching right. Cuts back up the field just inside the hash. Crosses the 40, up to the 41. It'll go down as a run of 5 for Luke Baginski on his 25th carry of the night.
Yeah, and obviously that was kind of the game plan here tonight to run Baginski, and there's an injured Panther down. Looks like a cramp.
Cramping on that far side. So with 8:24 to go in our 4th quarter, we'll take another break for an injury. Panther down on the field. You're listening to the Game of the Week on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes and Homan, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast.
Jamison Skifton was the one cramping for the Panthers. He also walked off under his own power. And we're back again, 8:15 to go, 4th quarter. West Salem on the move. 2nd and 5, Baginski on the run, and he is tackled at the 41, back to the line of scrimmage.
Guess who? Clark. Every single play, this guy is around the football. 27, if defensively, has been just incredible for the Blue Golds tonight. His vision out there is just outstanding. Talk about Trevor Arntz being a good linebacker. You know, I really think that Marcus Clark would like to hear his name called a little bit more often here in the Coulee region. Tonight he's leaving his calling card on the field.
Trips out to the left for the Panthers, lone receiver right. 3rd and 5, McConkey looking to throw. Plenty of time, fires across the middle, through Pontius' hands and almost intercepted, but it bounced first. It was there for Pontius, maybe a tick too high on the throw, and the Panthers are going to punt.
Yeah, Pontius looking at his hands. He's had some trouble tonight getting the football brought in. He's had a great season tonight, though. Just could be the nerves a little bit, Aaron, you think, maybe, in a game like this?
Maybe.
You know?
You never know.
True. I mean, you don't know the psyche of a player. A la Romeo Dobbs.
Panthers will punt it away. Good spiraling kick right down the middle of the field. Now
good
bouncing
bounce.
left and a tremendous Panther bounce down to the 15. Aquinas going to have some work to do. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on the
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
1st and 10, handoff Kyle White up the middle. Blue Gold start at their own 16, and he gets a really good gain on 1st down, up to about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, as much as Aquinas is starting to gash this defense a little bit, you can see West Salem starting to get a little tired out there. We haven't seen that this year, but Aquinas is doing an excellent job of just keeping the ground game alive.
Another handoff, White, and that time he gets 2 up to the 25-yard line. They'll set up 3rd and 1 very quickly here. 6.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 18-14, West Salem in front. They led by 10. Aquinas has scored here early in the third quarter and now trying to make a complete comeback here in the fourth. Thornton, hands off, White up the middle, he's got the first down, up to the 30, 31-yard line.
Yeah, right between the center guard gap there. Just a simple trap play.
That's his 23rd carry of the night. He's got 16 in the second half. Finally getting that run game going. They only had 7 for 25 with Kyle White in the first half.
Yeah, I think they figured out it was time to ground and pound a little bit and get Kyle White going. Get this Panther defense to kind of, take its wounds a little bit.
Pistol formation. Thornton gives back to White, bouncing it outside. And this time the Panther defense was ready. Over on that far side, Miles Olson. Also in on the tackle, Brennan Steinmetz.
Yeah, Steinmetz got the cleanup, but Olson again doing a good job on the edge. You just can't beat them on the edge, Aaron. Inside, it looks like they're more susceptible.
They go right back up the middle.
And then you see Sawyer Brennan.
Yards, yeah. Carried by White to the
Olson's going to get the credit, but Brennigan ate that up.
Third down 6.
We're going to give him 3 on the carry. 3rd and 6. Running out of time here. 5 minutes to go. Aquinas in no real rush here. At some point they might have to be.
Aquinas switching to a 3-5, or West Salem switching to a 3-5 here.
Thornton fakes a screen, rolls out left, looking to throw, fires at the sticks. He's got his man for a first down.
Great play. Yeah, good job by Thornton to roll out and identify. Good pass rush on the back end by Nick Griffin. Just couldn't get to Thornton.
Was that Barr or Hargrove over that far side?
It was Hargrove.
Hard to tell with these blue-gold jerseys, and both of them are standing right next to each other. First and 10, though, for the Blue Golds. 4:15 to go. Handoff, White up the middle. And he gets to the 45-yard line.
White on the carry.
Gain of 3. They'll give him the 46 for a gain of 4.
Yeah, West Salem changing their defensive alignment here with a little bit more speed in the inside, but Brennigan back in there now on that last play. So looks like on 3rd down they're kind of changing to more of a shell defense.
Here's another counter play for Martin, breaking through a tackle again. Very reminiscent of the first time they ran that counter, where he broke through a grabbing tackle, and he got up just across midfield.
A nice hard run by Martin that time, and you called it, Aaron. And that counter's so deceptive because of the way Thornton gives the ball off. It's almost like an option, but at the same time, it's just a basic counter trap. But how they run it just makes you think, which person has the football right now. Very good design.
Third down of the drive. Here's a Blue Gold way in the backfield. He's lined up at the 33-yard line. That's 18 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand it off. White up the middle, and he will easily pick up the first down across the 45 up to the 43-yard line. Gain of 6 and another first down. Third down conversion of the drive.
Yeah, Logan Becker obviously a decoy for something. One of the best athletes on the field.
Got a mouth guard on the ground. Isaiah Lax, and he picks it up, puts it in the mouth, and we're ready to go. 2:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Blue Golds are trying to drive into the end zone and take a lead. Thornton hands it off to White again, working the left side, jumps through the initial line of defense, across the 40 up to the 38-yard line for a gain of 5.
Yeah, again, another, good gain on first down, and here comes the hurry up.
They're going to fake it, the screen. Now they're going to go deep down the right sideline.
Good coverage.
Perfect coverage. Jump ball incomplete. Outstanding coverage. Jackson Williams, as he and Trey Barr went up for a jump ball at the goal line. Incomplete.
Jackson Williams just did the Jair at the end of that. That was beautiful coverage.
Oh, perfect coverage.
I mean, and again, that's good coaching by the West Salem coaching staff. They obviously saw that in some kind of film and were prepared for that play. A big third down right here.
3rd and 5 at the 38, 2:15 to go. Fake handoff, Thornton rolls out in the flat. Martin's there, he's got it again. First down, Aquinas. 4th third down conversion of the drive.
Yeah, West Salem's got to be careful, too, on the sideline, how they're tackling down there. You don't want to add 15 yards on unnecessarily. I know you're frustrated, but be careful in this situation.
Good for a first down at the Panther, 32-yard line.
Timeout.
And a timeout. West Salem needs to regroup here with 2:11 to go. They lead by 4, but Aquinas is on the move. Ball at the 32. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Our game of the week on ESPN La Crosse.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
Hilltopper Refuge, serving the Coulee region since 1983. Hilltopper Refuge, a proud sponsor of high school football. 2:11 to go, 4th quarter. Aquinas on the move, down 4. Thornton, pump fake, throwing down the middle of the field. He's got his man. Touchdown, Aquinas! Waylon Hargrove, post route score, and the Blue Golds lead by 2 with 2:05 to go.
Yeah, that's a big touchdown right there for Aquinas, and good poise again by the young quarterback, Thornton. Splits the seam right in between the two safeties. Good throw. Touchdown, Aquinas. What a play by Thornton to get that down the field. And, man, I tell you what, Waylon Hargrove has had himself a heck of a 3 weeks in the end zone for this Blue Gold team.
They're going to go for 2 here. Kyle White rolling out, looking to throw. Still looking. Now he's going to try to run. He's tackled down short of the end zone. Huge 2-point stop for the defense. Stays a 2-point game with 2:05 to go. West Salem is going to look for the game-winning score when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
If you want to run a business, talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance. Noble specializes in business insurance, can help you with home and auto. Noble Insurance just up the hill, Main Street in Onalaska. And Food Dudes in Holman has the absolute best comfort food imaginable.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese melts, fresh burgers, signature chicken sandwiches. Food Dudes, fresh food fast.
608 Burger, go get it.
Kickoff over towards the sideline, caught at the 10 and returned here by Max Diegman, still working behind his blockers, and he gets out to the 29-yard line. 1:59 to go, and a Blue Gold is down and hurt, holding that right knee maybe, looks like. don't want to speculate too much. Maybe he's cramping. And we will take a quick break while this training staff tends to the injured blue gold. We'll be right back on ESPN La Crosse.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business, they have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Bubblers, an antioxidant sparkling water that boosts, energizes, and restores balance. Isaac Schelfhout just cramping, walks off under his own power, and the drive begins for West Salem at their own 29-yard line, trailing by 2 with 2 minutes to go. Quick screen out to Beginski right, blockers in front. Beginski finds the seam and dives forward up to the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 on first down.
Again, running that all night. Good blocking again by the wide receivers downfield for Beginski.
Second down 1.
You just don't know what the distance for West Salem. If they want to kick a field goal for the lead, what can Evan Noel make? What distance? I'd like to not have it come down to that if they can get into the end zone here. Looking to throw. McConkey steps up in the pocket. He's taken down. No, he stays on his feet. Now he's taken down. I thought his knee was down. They didn't blow it dead, and now they do. They want a timeout. Ryan Olson's wanted a timeout for 10 seconds. He finally gets it. With 1:13 to go, the first sack of the night, they're going to say that McConkey was down in the grasp at the 31-yard line. So we'll take a break as West Salem talks it over. 3rd and 8 coming up on ESPN La Crosse.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
Community, where customers and community come first, Union State Bank. Kind of a weird play on that last one.
Yeah.
They ruled him down in the grasp at a 31.
Good pursuit by Aquinas on the
sack. We'll show the replay here when we get a chance. But it's a 3rd down and 8 for West Salem. 1:20 to go as they put 7 seconds back on the clock. West Salem now without any timeouts. McConkey rolls out, fakes right, throws a screen back left. Beginski steals it away from the defender. He's going to get stacked up at the 32. He's going to get a yard. And now West Salem's got to get back and get a play going here. 4th down after the 1-yard catch. It's 4th and 7, 60 seconds to go. This is the ball game. Aquinas wins with a stop. Just left on the near side. McConkey looking to throw. He's got time. Fires across the middle into coverage. Incomplete. And the Aquinas Blue Golds are going to win.
Great coverage down the field by Aquinas. And Beginski had a lot of time. I should say McConkey, excuse me, had a lot of time to throw that ball down the field. Aquinas really took over at the end of the third quarter with that running game. Really got West Salem on their heels as far as endurance, I think. And the Aquinas defense rose up at the right time and made a solid couple defensive stops on the Panther offense, and that's going to give them the game. And again, you go back to the 2-point conversions.
Yep. Those are the difference in the game. 20-18. Aquinas made one of their 3 2-point conversions. West Salem, none of their 3, and that 2 points is the difference. As Thornton will kneel down. Thornton or Kyle White, our Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game?
I think it's Thornton.
Will be our Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game for home auto, business, and life insurance. Contact Kevin Carlson. A couple of kneel downs does it, and Aquinas earns at least a share of the Coulee Conference title. They will win it outright with a win next week. The Panthers would need a win and an Aquinas loss to share that title. Number 1 in Division 4 goes down to number 3 in Division 4. 20-18, Aquinas with a comeback victory here at West Salem. Bobcat, your home for industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your fall project list, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region in Dressbach or visit bobcatofthecouleeregion.com. And J&T Heating and Air Conditioning, located in West Salem, a family-owned company proudly serving residential and commercial customers. They provide free estimates and 24-hour emergency service. We will get you Scotty's thoughts. We'll get you the stats. We'll talk to our Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game, Jacob Thornton, the quarterback for the Blue Golds, and then we'll get you off to John Papadopoulos for the Festival Foods post-game show on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live on YouTube.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both Steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a 4-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee Region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee Region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast.
Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and on the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our Game of the Week live video stream. What a game it was. It was our Game of the Week. 20-18, Aquinas with a comeback. They scored 2 touchdowns in the second half and win it 20-18. The 2-point conversion early on was the difference.
Yeah, it sure was. And really, I was a little surprised that they tried it after the first time, because when you're up by 2 scores, and really it's something you haven't done all year, why don't you just stick with what you've done and make it consistent. However, you're playing against a different opponent and a 3-time state champion. So, you want to try and kind of get them thinking that, this is going to be a big mountain to climb. But Aquinas showed in the second half, after being down, that, they can adapt and they can change. They kind of ran a little bit more of a quicker style than they're accustomed to. I really think Kyle White really took over in that third quarter. And with Salem's defense, that played really well in the first half. And I thought most of the third quarter, really, they got tired a little bit. You could see it as you went down the stretch. White kind of did his thing, and then you run some magic with Jacob Thornton, and the kid proved tonight he can do it. He's got a great arm. He's poised. He makes good plays. He doesn't turn the ball over. It's a lot of things well tonight for the senior quarterback and Jacob Thornton. And, I tell you, he really impressed me tonight. That throw down the middle of the field in between 2 safeties for the touchdown to Hargrove at the end of the game was a very, very ice-in-your-vein style throw, where you just step back, let everything happen, let the play develop, and make a point-on throw to one of your best targets. And, again, how many weapons does this team have, right? You look at their roster, so many different variables they can throw at you. And, in the end, they came out on top, I think, just grinding it down and doing what they do. And they did unleash Kyle White tonight. I think, what'd you say, he had 25 carries?
28.
28 carries tonight, most he's had all season. And it's just the beginning, folks. I don't think you're going to see a lot next week against Viroqua with Kyle White. I think they're going to save him for the playoff run after next week. I'm just putting it out there. I really don't think Viroqua has much of a shot to beat Aquinas next week. I think a lot of experts would agree. But I'm not saying I'm an expert, that's for sure. But I would put the odds-on favorite to be Aquinas to win another Coulee Conference title next week.
Located next to the post office in West Salem, they specialize in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting for residential and commercial jobs. Give them a call at 608-317-8615 or check out all their services at 3in1construction.net. We'll take a break. We'll get to our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game, Jacob Thornton, stats, and then we'll get you back to the studio for the Festival of Foods postgame show. It's all coming up on ESPN La Crosse.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut. Containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Place to meet your family and friends before or after the game in downtown West Salem. They also have made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. That's Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill. Find them on Facebook, Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. In St. Joseph Equipment, they offer new and used farm equipment in Norwalk, Richland Center, and St. Joseph's Ridge. With inventory from popular brands such as Case IH, New Holland, Massey, Ferguson, Kubota, and many more. Check them out at stjosephequipment.com. Big time game here at West Salem High School, number 1 versus number 3 in Division 4. West Salem goes down, the number 1 team in D4. Aquinas takes them down 20-18. Needed a couple of scores in the second half in order to do so, and really the difference was the 2-point conversion that was converted in the first touchdown of the game. Is on the first play. That was the 2-point difference. Aquinas was 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions. West Salem was 0 for 3 on those 2-pointers. Going to get you to our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game, brought to you by Real Mutual Insurance. For home, auto, business, and life insurance, contact Kevin Carlson. We'll talk to Jacob Thornton when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. 3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office, downtown West Salem. St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk.
Welcome back into our post-game coverage here on ESPN La Crosse. Our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game, quarterback Jacob Thornton, 9 of 14, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns, the game-winning throw at the end there. Scotty brought it up while we were getting ready for this here, that your throw between the 2 safeties. Go through that play and kind of what are you looking for after you get that play call from the sideline?
Well, I saw that we had man coverage out, one-on-one, and then when I rolled out, I saw the corner bit on the fake on the outside, so I knew I had Waylon on the inside wide open.
It's kind of a play that when you have that read, you're like, okay, I know. Once you see man coverage, you're like, okay, I know I'm going to Waylon.
Yes, for sure. And I know Whalen has a great speed and boost to get out of there.
They kind of hold Logan Beck, your leading receiver, down today. You know, not a lot open for him, but used a lot of your other receivers tonight. Kind of more of a team effort, I guess, receiving the ball. Is that something that you thought that might happen tonight, them trying to take away Logan?
Yeah, we saw in film that they might double Logan for sure. And, I mean, our wide receivers are great. They're so deep, and all of them are amazing. I mean, Logan had to do great in those other weeks to make sure they double him to open up all of our other guys.
Kyle White has been a guy for you guys that hasn't you haven't run him as much as in previous years, at least to this point in the season. But tonight, that second half, he had 21 carries in the second half alone. So you guys worked him really, really well. Talk about how big it is to have a guy like that in your backfield along with you.
Oh, it is awesome. I mean, our line did a great job of giving him the holes, and he hit those holes really hard. He did a great job, and that only helps me out in the passing game, opening up the deep with him running.
Talk about your team as a whole, 3-time defending state champions. Obviously, your goal is to do it again, right? You're trying to make it 4 in a row. It's one of the hardest things to win it 2 in a row, which would mean it's harder to make it 3 in a row, and then 4 in a row. This team in working towards that goal, do you guys feel like you are getting to a spot where that's possible, or have you guys talked about that? How much you need to improve yet, or kind of those conversations?
So we actually don't talk about it at all. We just look at it 1 week at a time and not looking at that at all. And Coach said we have a shot, and that's all we can ask for. So we're just going to keep working and hopefully use that shot.
Yeah, I think your coach, Tom Lee, has been talking on the sports lead with us a couple of times. He's kind of like, yeah, actually, we don't talk about it, like, ever, no. which is weird for a team that's won 3 in a row. Like, you think it'd come out at all. He's like, no, we actually, it's not even something that even remotely comes up in your conversations.
Nope, not at all. We don't talk about it at all.
So I'm bringing it up. You're probably like, man, this is like the first time we ever talk about going state champions. How cool is it to win at least another share of a Coulee Conference title? You guys got to win next week to go outright, but you at least get a share of the conference title. Coulee Conference is no slouch.
Yeah, I mean, we worked really hard. The whole team, we got better every single week, and it was just amazing that we get to do this again.
Well, Jacob, great throw on the first play of the game. We didn't even talk about that. The perfect throw into the breadbasket. Your final throw of the night gets you the win. Congrats on a big win, and we look forward to seeing you down the line.
Thank you so much.
Jacob Thornton, our Rural Mutual Insurance Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game. We'll take a break. We'll get you some stats when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. Three-in-One Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, Three-in-One Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office, downtown West Salem.
With DriveUltra.org, you're in the driver's seat. Ultra Federal Credit Union giving you the information you need to make smart choices and get into the car you love. Ultra Federal Credit Union, it's where you belong. Will your furnace make it through another heating season? Now's the time to upgrade to an Armstrong air system from Rish Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Call them at 26-76. Well, Scotty, this
Sorry,
game.
buddy. I was so excited.
I know.
Because I saw Terry Erickson up here. I just had to say something, and he just walked by.
You're getting ready to answer this question before I even asked it.
Yeah.
It was a really weird game in the fact that Aquinas wins this game 20-18, but outside of a couple of drives in the second half, other than their first play of the game, like it was their first play of the game.
Right.
It was 8-0, and then it was 12-8 and 18-8, and it was like, whoa, where the heck did the Aquinas offense go? And then final couple of drives, you figured it out, or they figured it out, and they're able to win. But it was kind of like, whoa, they just 3 drives is all they needed.
Well, and it was up tempo. It was something we didn't really expect or see from them all season. And they haven't really been in that situation other than the game at Columbus this year that they lost earlier in the season. And with West Salem's defense being as good as it was all year, you had to really break them down and get them tired. And I think that they knew that. I think they knew that it was time to unleash the beast and Kyle White, let him do his thing. And, man, did he show out tonight. I tell you what, they got rid of the chains out of the basement. They let Sloth out of the cage, as I said earlier. I'm sorry, Kyle. I just love Sloth from the Goonies. I can't help it. He's one of my favorite characters. Please don't be upset with me. But, however, I mean, he played great tonight. They got him out of the cage. He really unleashed. He did his style of running, which is that shoulder heavy. You're going to have to hit me low if you're going to get me down. And really, he finishes his runs with such punishment that it really took effect on the West Salem defense, I think, going into the fourth quarter. And then going back to our player of the game, Jacob Thornton. How about a showing from him tonight? I really felt like the one thing, in the interview, Aaron, it was a great interview. You always do a great job. The one thing I noticed, though, too, anytime his team needed a first down, he made a great play on third down to convert, or making a good decision with the football, and or audibling out of something that he saw protection-wise. He had a great game tonight. He's probably going to be a game he remembers for the rest of his life, especially with the throw early in the game and the throw to win it. I mean, he showed off. He's got some talent throwing the football, and, I got to see a little bit of that before the game, but, man, he really showed out tonight. I really felt like when it was time for the Blue Golds to do something with the team as far as a score, a third down, or something impactful, Jacob Thornton's number was called and number 2 delivered every single time that he got the opportunity tonight. And the Aquinas Blue Golds, let's face it, they won a Coulee title tonight winning this game. They're going to win next week. I don't think anybody has any question they're going to win next week. And then we're going to see what the magical internet, eye in the sky compiling of things and IBM and Apple and whatever spits out and says, here's your bracket. Here we go.
We'll see. We'll see for sure. It should be pretty fun. Next
Do you
Saturday.
think John would agree with that analogy about the playoffs? It's just a big old pie in the sky, internet magic.
Hey, John likes pie in the sky. That's a big phrase for him.
You know what? It is.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yes. So, yes, he did like it.
That's an idea for another T-shirt.
Pie in the sky. Papa San's pie in the sky.
Oh, Aaron, you're a genius.
Let's take a look at the stats here tonight. Individually, our Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game, Jacob Thornton, was 9 of 14 for 189 yards and 2 scores, including the game winner. On the ground, Kyle White, 28 carries for 126 yards and a touchdown. Thornton kneeled down 2 times. Waylon Hargrove had 2 carries for 0 yards. Brady Lee a carry for 1, and Tyson Martin 3 for 22. Through the air, Logan Becker had 2 catches for 31 yards. Declan Haas a catch for 65 and a touchdown as the first play of the game. Kyle White had a catch for 2 yards. Waylon Hargrove 2 for 39 and a touchdown. That was the game winner. Trey Barr had a 36-yard catch, and Tyson Martin had 2 for 16. Individually for the West Salem Panthers, Drew McConkey, oddly enough, also 9 of 14 throwing the ball for 92 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Luke Baginski, 26 carries for 129 yards and a score. Trevor Arns, 6 for 42 and a touchdown. And Drew McConkey had 8 for 28. Through the air, Carter Pontius caught 3 balls for 42 yards and a score. 1 for 14 from Akibo Anderson. And Luke Baginski had 5 catches for 36 yards. As a team, the Aquinas Blue Golds did not turn the ball over. They did record a sack for a loss of 7 yards. 4 penalties for 30 yards. They punted 3 times for a 118, 14 first downs. They had 189 passing yards, 147 rushing yards for a total of 336 yards. As the team for the Panthers, they did have a fumble. They didn't lose it, though, and they did have an interception early in that first half. 2 penalties for 7 yards, 2 punts for 86 yards, 15 first downs. 92 yards passing, 199 on the ground for 291 total yards. That's the difference tonight. The 2-point conversion, 20-18.
The one thing that I think is lost in translation in all this, turnovers were not a factor in this game.
Yeah.
It was just pure talent on the field
The interception was on a fourth down play that was a little broken and wasn't going to get anyway. So they didn't get any extra yards on it. That was it. That was the only turnover of the night. So nothing
just
really.
Just a clean game, really.
The difference, the one difference, a 2-point conversion after the first play of the game. That's the difference in the entire game. And we played 4 quarters of it, our game of the week. It certainly lived up to the billing. Crossroads Bar and Grill is your one-stop shop for award-winning burgers and an ice cream selection of 24 flavors. Come and find us in the Timbers Building, 426 2nd Avenue South on Alaska. Crossroads Bar and Grill. In the Prescription Center Pharmacy, now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16. The compounding pharmacy, able to create medication specifically for you, your family, and your pets. Call 608-788-4500. We'll take a quick break, and we will wrap things up when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We got the Festival of Foods postgame show coming up with John Papadopoulos. Have all the stats and the scores and the interviews with Cody and Scotty and coaches and all that jazz.
Really just Cody. Cody's more entertaining.
Well, maybe.
No, he is.
To each their own.
He is. He's more entertaining. I said so.
We'll take a break. We'll discuss it during the break, and we'll be back to wrap things up from West Salem High School. The Blue Golds beat the Panthers 20-18.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Car accidents happen. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem knows you want it fixed fast, you want it fixed right. They deal with insurance, get your car back on time. Adrenaline Auto Body, located 481 West Avenue North, West Salem. 20-18, our final score. Aquinas, with a touchdown with 2 minutes to go, takes the lead, and they hang on with a turnover on downs to beat the number 1 team in Division 4. Aquinas, number 3. Likely to move up at least a spot when the rankings come around.
They're
on
so
Monday.
excited. They're texting all their friends about it right now. Look at that.
I know they are.
I think that, you know what they're texting? It's time for the Festival Foods postgame show.
You're right. It is time for the Festival Foods postgame show. We'll send it back to the studio with John Papadopoulos.